All right, we're
We
going.
get to ask y'all questions?
Sure. Sure.
I'd like to know what y'all remember about Christmas
You go first.
growing up.
Oldest one goes first.
Man, it's funny because my first memories are from that. I mean, I remember like just opening up billions of presents at some
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
you know.
Just
And, I mean,
Miles.
yeah, and that was that was a big deal, was remembering how much we got.
Remember, we always piled
They were,
presents.
of course,
Yeah.
things were a lot different then in price.
Well, yeah, but so they were in salaries too.
Yeah.
I remember the year y'all did when you did the boots and the ashes and did the footprints coming
Oh,
out
yeah.
from the fireplace.
We got a few more years of Santa out of
Yeah,
that.
made a believer out of me, and I was 18.
He just knew Mom wouldn't allow that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I figured Mom was mad at Santa.
Lasting impression.
Yeah. I remember Leroy got stockings just like we did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We always got fruit, got oranges and apples, and I'd get that out of the way.
Where's that candy?
Right.
M&M's, all right.
But I haven't
Those
had, I'm
with
gonna have, does anybody want a bar? Want a bar or
I
anything?
don't.
No,
A bar.
Breakfast bar?
You want to go to the bar?
already finished mine, thanks.
Cleaning up the cookies that Santa didn't eat. I remember
Yeah.
being real quick to look for those.
I remember, you know, the ones with the grandkids, you know, when Jason and Jacob and Valerie were little, you know, doing them in that back room at your house.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. Back in
You know, I know Larry did Santa a time or more, and you
I
did
remember once. Yeah, I think I did it one year.
at least.
Yeah, you did it one year,
I
Mom.
just remember one, but maybe it was more.
Those
Oh, where you played Santa?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Do you?
Yeah, sure do.
Remember Larry Lay played it one year.
Remember
Yeah.
that too.
Yep.
Pretty realistic,
It
too.
seemed like Jason sniffed him out though, I think.
Yeah, I think
remember
his laugh gave him away, I think.
Who did?
Jason sniffed him out.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, when Larry laughed, that gave himself away.
Oh, okay.
Which flavor drink do you have there?
That's vanilla.
Boone's Farm.
Vanilla, okay.
Insure. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff.
Mom, did you need a bar?
Hey, I finally found
thanks.
those at a good price.
Oh, good.
Just like you were talking about.
Yeah, there's a
had to go-
wide range, you know, what you can pay.
Right. I found them at Sam's, and I've ordered them for pickup. I'm gonna have to go to a couple of them. I mean, he's drinking 3 a day, so this is serious business. You don't just pick up a 6-pack, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
you're gonna be gone for, what, 4 or 5 days this week, aren't you?
Yeah, later.
Later in the week, yeah.
So did you do the installment plan?
He can do the bathroom plan. That's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. They're stocked up in the bathroom.
Oh, is it pilot full in there?
That's why we had to get you a shower curtain.
Yeah, you're right.
Starting to build a pyramid in there.
We're working on it.
Mike, do you want to kick off a question for one of them? I don't know, do you want to do it where we just throw the question out and whoever wants to address it
Sure,
first?
sure.
Are we filming?
Yeah.
Okay.
So no foul language, Jeff.
No, watch your language.
All right, clean it up.
What comes to mind when you think about growing up in your hometown?
I think about Norwood.
Yeah,
And I think our neighborhood, how we used to get out and play in the streets all the time. And there are several streets there where people, or the kids would all meet. We'd play football out in the street. And, I don't know, we just had a lot of fun.
I remember you told us you played stickball. You remember that?
No, stickball.
I think you said you didn't have a baseball bat, and y'all just had like a broomstick or something.
Okay, yeah, we'd use a little old rubber ball for that, yeah,
Yeah.
sure good.
Probably hit it a mile when you hit it solid.
If you hit it, if you hit it right, yeah.
Well, I remember, we always had so much fun just playing. We had like a little space, like a playground type thing. I mean, there was no rides or anything like that. It was just a place to play ball.
Yeah.
And all the kids in the neighborhood would meet up there and we'd play ball. I don't know who had a ball or a bat or anything, but somebody came up with it, I guess.
Huh?
And that was always fun.
Yeah.
Were you a star?
Oh, yeah. Since y'all don't know it and everything.
There you go.
They'd all back up in the outfield when you come in.
The older I get, the better I was.
You were always the first one picked when everybody was choosing
That's right,
sides.
yeah. But you know, I don't remember anybody being always last or, you know,
Yeah.
that type of thing of being picked. I don't remember any of that.
Not until Jeff came around.
Ooh. Pick another good one.
Well, you know, you talk about playing in the neighborhood like that. I mean, that's definitely the way that I think Jeff and I, for sure, and probably Mike, remember, you know, living over on Dixon. I mean, it was just
Playing in the
outside
street.
in the street,
Yeah.
you know, especially during
The
summer.
neighborhood comes together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, whether it was wiffle ball or playing football or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, just all day long.
Luckily, we were on a dead-end street.
Yeah, it helped a little bit.
Yeah.
That made a difference.
When Santa Claus would bring us each a football, and that lasted about all year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sure
But
was.
you needed one every year, didn't you?
Yeah.
By the end of the year,
I
we
remember
were-
the year that Mickey Duggins got a leather football, and he wasn't allowed to play ball with it in the street.
Yeah.
We broke it in, didn't we?
I thought, well, what's that? If they can't
Put it up
play
on a shelf.
Yeah, gotta take care of that thing.
Can't mess it up.
Or by the time the year came around, we were using shoestrings to
Yeah.
Yeah, sure were.
The repair work to get it to last till the next Christmas.
tie a bow and.
Oh, wow.
We'd say, who's got a needle? So we'd pump it up. I remember that.
Stretch it now.
What did you love to do as a kid before high school?
Play ball out in the street for me.
Yeah, that's what we did, was play games and,
I guess that was about all.
When you played games, was it mostly outside or did you
yeah.
do inside games also?
No, the houses were also small up there where we lived, that they were all outside. Even in the wintertime, we didn't have sleds or anything, but we'd take a wooden chair, you know, like those old wooden chairs that we used to have that had just a wooden frame and all that. We'd ride those, we'd go down the hill on those as a sled.
And did Mom know about this?
Yeah,
Or was she riding with you?
she probably would have.
How small was the house?
Oh,
What was it, 4 rooms?
did it have 4 rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just.
Just a
like
lot of kids.
Like a square, a kitchen, and then another room behind the kitchen. And then a front room and a bedroom, 1 bedroom,
Yeah, how many kids?
10.
One bedroom.
Wow.
Man.
You had a few bunk beds in there, I guess, huh?
No, we didn't have any bunk beds.
No?
We didn't know what a bunk bed was.
Just shared bed, huh?
Oh, gosh, yeah, more than share.
Pile them up.
But some were sleeping on the floor, huh?
No,
No, really?
no. No,
How
that's
did
how
you
we
sleep?
kept warm.
10?
We all peed the bed.
Pile on top of
Cut.
Dolly Parton told Johnny Parson that one time. She said I think there was 12 kids in her family. And she said, well, we all peed the bed. She said, that's how we kept warm.
That sounds like.
That works for
Warm
about
for a little
15 minutes, yeah.
Whose turn to pee?
It's kind of like farting. You could always blame the other one.
Yeah.
What do you remember most about your teenage years?
Meaning what, kind of high school?
High school, well, that's,
Kind of the same thing, I guess.
well, yeah. I remember having worked at Kroger's during my teenage years while I was in school. Had to make $1 or $2 every once in a while. But that was about it.
What were you doing, like sacking or helping people to their car? Or?
Now, carrying out groceries and things like that.
Did they tip
Did
you
you
or
sack,
did you
did
get
you
a...
sack groceries too?
Yeah. Some of them did, very few.
Yeah.
They discouraged us from taking tips, really. People just weren't tipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the time, I don't know what it was. But
I just thought of a question. What we were talking about earlier, playing outside, what did y'all do that your mothers that didn't want you to do? What did y'all do that kind of got you in trouble sometimes?
nothing.
That was easy, wasn't it? And I believe that.
Tell me a hard
Is there too many to talk?
Well, we were cautioned to be careful out in the street playing ball, hitting the ball and breaking windows and things
boy.
like that. Well, we broke a few in the garage. But that was the main thing.
I remember for us, it was going down to the creek. Y'all didn't want us to go down to the creek and play.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
So we always went to the creek.
That's the first place.
First place.
Yeah, you had to walk down the street and cross Section Avenue. And, am I thinking of the right place, or is that where I used to go?
That's where you used to
So you're answering the question.
Oh boy, that was just where the woods was, over across Section Avenue.
Yeah.
Over there and explore.
For us, it was on the back side of the Connor's house. Just there on Dixon, just across the street behind those houses. That was nothing but fields back
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, right.
True.
Yeah, it was an adventure to be had all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Started a few fires and cut down some trees.
I
And
know when you all left every morning, that Mom, after you got away, Mom locked the door.
Yeah.
We'll see him tonight.
I always remember kind of half jokingly that when Mom wanted me out of the house all day, she'd be sure to cook peanut butter fudge. The smell of peanut butter fudge cooking just made me ill, and I
Really?
just hightailed out of there as soon as I could.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, and I love peanut butter now. I didn't at that age. I still can't imagine actually eating peanut butter fudge as much as I like peanut butter.
Wow. What's the matter with him?
that's a whole nother session.
We haven't got time for that.
Got focused. What do you remember most about your mother and dad?
My dad was his laugh. Boisterous, loud laugh, and he would, anytime that he was outside, you could hear him laughing. And my mother, I don't know. I always wondered how in the world she came up with enough food for all of us.
Yeah.
Boy, isn't that the
You
truth?
know,
I I was just thinking that, how she would cook every night for
Well,
12 people?
she, well, actually, as soon as breakfast was over,
Start.
she would, or they would buy beans and potatoes in big, 50-pound bags, probably.
Okay.
And she would get out so many beans and start looking through them, to make sure there were no little rocks in them and stuff. And as soon as breakfast was over, she'd put the pot of beans on the on the coals, would burn coal instead of wood. And she'd put it on the stove and cook those beans. And when we came home at lunch, sometimes if we didn't have anything else, she would dip soup off of those beans and fry some cornbread. And that was so good. I loved that.
Wow.
Fried cornbread.
Yeah, fried cornbread.
Yeah.
We love
Who knew?
Bob and I
Oh, yeah.
introduced him to it, so we both love it.
Yeah.
The
Can't
fried
remember it
cornbread, yeah, just little patties,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Good. And I know sometimes if somebody that had chickens gave us eggs or something, when I'd go home at lunch, sometimes I'd have a scrambled egg, and that was always so good. Have it on bread and put a slice of onion on that scrambled egg.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I know the principal that used to come to our reunions, he reminded me of that. One time he said, I remember you'd come back from lunch eating that scrambled egg sandwich. And he said, oh man, that always sounded so good.
What about you, Dad?
Well, I don't remember much about Dad. I think, I remember as a kid, I remember him sitting playing the guitar, but I don't remember much. I think I was about 7 when he left our family. But I don't remember much about him at all. But Mom, I remember her, what a tough life she had.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I know she had to go to work. And I felt for
Where
her.
does she go work?
I can't remember the name of the place now. It was only about 3 blocks up the street. Some kind of a,
Playing cards, wasn't it?
huh?
Was it playing cards?
No, later on,
Oh.
she went there to this other place
Okay.
closed up.
Okay.
Fisher Body? Was it Fisher Body?
No, no, no. But she had a,
It was factory work, wasn't it?
yeah, kind of like factory work, yeah. But she had a tough life.
Yeah.
And that's why I was so pleased when after we were all gone from home and
Yeah.
married off and everything, she got married. So, the latter part of her life was so much better than the first part.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, she never showed that. I mean, when we knew her, you never picked up on any of that.
Mhm.
Right.
She was always happy and always, I remember her laugh.
Yeah.
When we would do something to make her laugh, tears would just roll. And she'd laugh so hard.
Yeah, she sure would.
What was the most important to each of your parents?
Say that again.
What was most important to each of your parents?
I think my mom was keeping us in church. That was probably number one, I guess. As far as Dad, I don't know. You go ahead.
Well, I don't really, I guess most of Mother's time was spent, you know, cooking and trying to make meals for us. And of course, Daddy was working in the coal mines. He was, but so much of the time that I remember, Daddy worked nights.
Really?
Yeah,
So they were running the coal mine
yeah,
24 hours a day?
yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
How old were you when your dad died?
15. I had just turned 15, the end of April, and he died the 3rd of May. I don't, 3rd of May or 5th of May. So it, just like a week, I was like 15 in a week.
Wow. Pretty unexpected, I guess,
You
too,
know,
wasn't it?
well, no, he had been sick with heart problems for years
Mhm.
and had been off work, had not been able to work for at least a couple of years. And his first day back at work, he died.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they had just stopped and ate their bucket lunch, I guess, whatever they had. And they were going to push some kind of a motor car out of the way. And they all just kind of leaned up against it. And I'm sure that he didn't, I guess there was a bunch of them, so probably wasn't strenuous for him. It was just, he was so weak, I guess.
Did he feel a lot of pressure to go back to work, do you think? Was it?
No, he was wanting to go back to work. He was begging them to let him go back
No
to work. Yeah.
How did the company take care of you guys? Did they do a good job of taking care of you when he went out?
Well, you know, I guess so, because it was union, you know.
I just wonder how y'all got along when he was sick and couldn't work, and
I don't know.
where did the money come from?
I don't know.
Well,
They must have had a way to get money to your mom, I guess.
Maybe, I don't know.
you're feeding 10 kids?
Well, by that point, you had brothers working in the coal mine, didn't you?
No, the only one that did was Jackie. And we didn't know that he was working in the mines. He told Mother he was going in and working on their machines. Mother never did know that he worked in the coal mines.
Wow.
And we didn't know until after it was over
Wow.
that he had worked in the coal mines. We thought it the same thing. We believed him.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
I imagine the money was, he probably made more money, I bet, going in the mine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Wow.
I don't know.
Did y'all, instead of getting paid in dollars, were y'all paid in those?
Scripts.
Script.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you needed to go out I mean, that worked in town, but if you ever left town,
Yeah, we had to change it, and I can't remember, you get like 80 cents for $1 or something maybe.
oh my.
Wow.
I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I don't know if that's the right amount, but
That kept you pretty close to home, I bet.
yeah.
Wow.
What's that?
If we can, we might change camera batteries.
Okay.
It
Time out.
should be dying in about a minute. Yeah, we got about 4 minutes, but I'll stop it.
You want more coffee, Mike?